reactant A is diffusing from the catalyst outer surface, and just a moment, catalyst, and then it is coming inside the pore to get adsorbed on the pore surface. While doing so, obviously this reactant A will face the internal mass transfer resistance, and I showed previously also how the concentration of reactant drops within the pore. So we can write the reaction this way. As the reaction happens on the surface of the pore, so we write Ks as the reaction constant, rate constant. Ca is the concentration at any position within the pore. 1 by S dNA dt is the rate, S is the surface area of the pore, and this is the rate expression. Now, if we go for the mass transfer, then obviously we have to talk about the flux. So Na, or previously we have denoted that as Wa. So I have written over here Wa also. Anyway, any one, Na or Wa, is the mole flux, and according to the Fick's first law of diffusion, it is expressed as minus dAB dCA dx at x direction. Only we are considering x direction. And negative sign implies that Ca decreases with x, that you know. Now, a cylindrical pore is considered, and the picture shows the change in the concentration of the reactant from the pore mouth to the end of the pore. Look at this figure. This is the cylindrical pore, and A, concentration of A is CAS on the outer surface of the catalyst pore, and concentration is A is diffusing within the pore, and as it is facing the diffusional resistance, so the concentration decreases. This curve, where the y-axis is the concentration and x-axis is the distance x, then you see CAS is the concentration on the in the pore mouth, and it is decreasing as it goes inside the pore. Here we have taken a small elementary section. Against that we will do the mole balance. So X in is the mole fraction of A in, and X out is the mole fraction of A out through this elementary section. And we consider at the end of the pore there is almost no reactant. The resistance is high, so at the end of the pore almost no A is found. So obviously no reaction is expected at the end of the pore. And this is the elementary section, and R is the radius of this cylinder, and this way, depending on that, we will do the mole balance. And here elementary section, pore radius is R, x-axis is taken to denote the length of the pore. CAS is the concentration of A at the pore mouth, and it is assumed that there is almost no concentration is experienced at the end of the pore. So these are the assumptions. Now we are going for the mole balance. Mole balance, obviously, how we do similarly, output minus input plus disappearance by reaction is equal to accumulation. As there is no accumulation, because we have considered the steady state, and as the reactant is coming, as soon as it is coming, it is getting reacted, so it is consumed. So there is no accumulation of reactant. So there are only three factors remaining: output minus input plus disappearance by the reaction. Now output we have written this way, minus pi r square, minus this pi r square is the area of this elementary section. Pi r square is the area of this elementary section, this face, and as r is the radius, d dca dx out. Now see, minus d dca dx is the flux according to the Fick's law. So it is actually pi r square Na minus d dca dx is the Na molar flux, total flux throughout the cross sectional area. Now as it is out, so it is denoted as out, plus this minus input, minus is coming as plus pi r square d dca dx in for input, and disappearance by the reaction is obviously it is the rate of the reaction Ksca, and it is disappearing throughout this cylindrical volume, 2 pi r 2 pi r delta x, as delta x is the thickness of this elementary volume. Delta x is x in minus x out is delta x. So this is denoting as the volume. So it is not volume, it is actually giving the area throughout 2 pi r delta x is the area of this cylindrical section. Now Ksca 2 pi r delta x is the rate of the reaction throughout that cylindrical section. We are taking this area because Ks is taken as per surface area, per unit surface area. So that is the reason we are taking the total surface area of that thin volume, thin section. Here pi r square Na is the total flux throughout the cross sectional area. For that reason we have written this, and Na is minus d dca dx from Fick's first law. So out minus in is represented like this. So pi r square Na is minus pi r square d dca dx, and Ksca is the rate of disappearance per unit surface area, and 2 pi r delta x is the surface area of the element delta x, and Ks is the rate constant based on surface. So this way we can write the mole balance. Now dividing both sides by pi r square d delta x, we get dca dx out minus dca dx in by delta x is equal to minus 2 ks by RT into Ca is equal to 0. This one, this expression we have divided both sides, and we got by minus pi r square d delta x, we have got this expression. Now this one we can write taking delta x tends to 0. It is coming as d2Ca dx2 minus this whole quantity is coming as d2Ca dx2 minus 2 Ks by Rd into Ca is equal to 0. This equation is coming this as equation 2. The rate constant Ks is based on unit surface area. Rate constant based on unit volume K can be written as both are rate. It will be Ks into S is equal to K into V. If you go in the rate equation, minus 1 by S dNA dt is the rate of the reaction is equal to Ks into Ca. Now if Ks into S, if we write, it is coming as 1 by Ca dNA dt. If it is in terms of volume, it will be kV or K 1 by V. So same way V into K is equal to 1 by Ca dNA dt. Both are the rates, so we can equate them. Ks into S is equal to K into V. So, therefore, K is equal to S by V, Ks, and S is the surface and V is the volume into Ks. Surface we can write 2 pi r L, L is the length. It is the general term, so we are writing 2 pi r L, and volume is 2 pi r square L into Ks is equal to 2 Ks by R. So, K is equal to 2 Ks by R. Then we can write in place of this 2 Ks by R, we can the whole 2 Ks by R, we can write K. It will be K by D into Ca, d2Ca dx2 minus K by D into Ca is equal to 0. d2Ca dx2 minus K by D into Ca is equal to 0. This differential equation can be solved by taking auxiliary equations. This way we solve. The general equation solution is Ca is equal to m1 e to the power mx plus m2 e to the power minus mx, and m is actually we have taken m as root over K by D. That means root over 2 Ks by RT, and m1 m2 are the constants. And now we have to solve this equation number 3, to get the values of m1 and m2. What are the boundary conditions? One is Ca is equal to Cas. That means when Ca is the surface concentration, then x is equal to 0, that is at the pore mouth, and dCa dx is equal to 0. Rate of change of concentration is 0 where there is no Ca, that where it is at the end of the pore when x is equal to L. We have considered there is no A existing at the end of the pore, so there is no reaction. So dCa dt is the rate of the reaction 0 at x is equal to L. At L there is no flux, no reactant. Boundary conditions are put in equation 3 to get the values of m1 and m2. How we have solved it? It is solved like this. dCa dx is equal to, we have put here the value of these boundary conditions, and this way we have got this. If you read this, it is very easy. dCa dx is equal to m1 e to the power mx into m minus m2 e to the power minus mx into m. This we have differentiated this equation. We have differentiated this, integrated this equation, and after that at x is equal to L, dCa dx is equal to 0. This is one boundary condition. Put this instead of x, we are putting L, and m into m1, capital M1 e to the power ml minus capital M2 e to the power minus ml is equal to 0. Now m cannot be 0. M is root over K by D. That cannot be 0. Then obviously m1 e to the power ml minus m2 e to the power minus ml is 0. This is one equation. Second boundary condition, when x is equal to 0, Ca is equal to Cas. That means at the pore mouth, the concentration of A is the surface concentration. Then Cas is equal to m1 plus m2. This we got, and m1 is equal to Cas minus m2, and this way we have solved the equation where we have got the expression of m1 and m2. m2 is equal to Cas e to the power ml by e to the power ml plus e to the power minus ml, and m1 is equal to Cas e to the power minus ml by e to the power ml plus e to the power minus ml. These are the values of m1 and m2. And if we put this, we have got Ca by Cas is equal to e to the power m into L minus x plus e to the power minus m into L minus x by e to the power ml plus e to the power minus ml is equal to cos h m L minus x by cos h m ml. Now This continuous drop in concentration of reactant on moving into the pores is dependent on the dimensionless quantity ml. It is called Thiele modulus. Look, as the concentration of A is continuously decreasing within the pore because of the mass transfer resistance within the pore, this nature is dependent on the dimensionless quantity ml. What is ml? M is root over k by d. K is the rate constant, d is the diffusivity, and L is the length of the pore, the total length of the pore. To account for the variation in concentration and also the rate of the reaction from the surface to the interior of the pores, a factor called effectiveness factor is introduced. Another important factor, which is called effectiveness factor. By effectiveness factor, we can understand, actually we denote the effectiveness factor for a definite porous catalyst. How effective the catalyst is for reaction. That means effectiveness of a catalyst is dependent on its pores, number of pores, pore area, nature of the pore. That means pores are broader or thinner, or how they are interconnected to each other, whether they are interconnected or not. All these factors are determining the nature of the catalyst. And as a whole, how the catalyst is efficient towards reaction is measured by the factor effectiveness factor. And so the variation in concentration and the rate of the reaction from the surface to the interior of the pores is determined by effectiveness factor. What is that? Eta is denoted as effectiveness factor. Eta is equal to Rp by Rs. Rp is the global rate with diffusion, Rs is the rate without diffusion. What does it mean? Rp is the rate of the reaction within the pores. That means the pore, the reaction which is happening within the pore surface. What does it mean? This reaction, reactants, when they are going inside the pore for adsorption and reaction, they are facing the pore diffusional resistance. So, what reaction we will get, what rate of the reaction we will get is influenced by the pore diffusion. So, obviously, here the rate of the reaction is lower than the rate of the reaction when the particles, when the molecules of the reactant does not face any diffusion. Then the concentration of the reactant will be high. So, as a whole, rate of the reaction will be high. This way, it is written as global rate with diffusion, because that is within the pore, and rate without diffusion. If we consider there is no diffusion, then obviously there is no resistance. And if there is no resistance, concentration is high, and if concentration is high, rate of the reaction is obviously high, rather than the rate of the reaction when there is a strong pore diffusion, diffusional resistance is there. So we can write observed rate, what we get actually, what we saw in our laboratory experiment, observed rate or overall rate, by rate at the surface where pore diffusion is not considered. On the surface of the catalyst, obviously there is no pore diffusion. When reactants are not going inside the pore, or if the catalyst is not porous, then all the reaction will happen on the surface of the catalyst. So there is no pore diffusional resistance, and rate of the reaction will be high. You can see obviously this eta is less than 1. Because the rate of the reaction which is experiencing pore diffusion is much slower than the rate of the reaction which does not face any pore diffusional resistance. It is the actual rate, the same of observed rate. That means as a whole, what is the rate throughout the catalyst particle? That is the rate of the reaction, a little reaction on the external surface of the catalyst, and most of the reaction is happening within the pore surface, because most of the surface area of the catalyst resides in the pore. So actual rate is the rate of the reaction within the pore of the catalyst particle by rate if not slowed by diffusion, if we don't consider diffusion. So RA with diffusion, RA without diffusion. All these types we can write, but you have to explain this. Now Ca by Cas for first order reaction. This we can write, eta is equal to Ca by Cas for first order reaction, and eta first order we can write tan H ml by ml. This is a long derivation. I am not going for such derivation. There are many more derivations coming. It is observed that for small ml, ml means it is Thiele modulus. It is said Thiele modulus, which is root over k by d into L. ml is when small ml, ml is less than 1, then eta is roughly equal to 1. Eta is roughly equal to 1. What does it mean? That means rate of the reaction within the pore is equal to the rate of the reaction on the surface of the catalyst. Both rates are almost equal. Then what does it mean? That pore diffusion is almost absent. That means pore diffusional resistance is almost absent. This means that the pore diffusion resistance is negligible, or drop in concentration of the reactant within the pore is very small. Why drop in concentration of the reactant within the pore is small? Because resistance is very small. So reactant molecules can enter within in the pore, go inside the pore easily without any resistance. Moreover, for small values of ml, ml is equal to L into root over k by d if ml is small, where L is the effective length of the pore, eta is roughly equal to 1. If L is small, that either short pore length, if L is small, then ml is small, and if ml is small, then eta is roughly equal to 1. Or slow reaction, if reaction is slow, then what will happen? K value is small, then ultimately ml value is small, so eta is roughly equal to 1. Or rapid diffusion, that means rapid diffusion means pore diffusional resistance is almost absent. So K and D are the rate constant and diffusivity respectively. For large ml, if ml is more, Thiele modulus is high, that means one example is if ml is greater than 5, then it is seen that eta is roughly equal to 1 by ml. That means eta is small. 1 by 5 is small. What does it mean? This means that the reactant concentration drops rapidly within the pore, because pore diffusional resistance is very high. So concentration of reactant drops very rapidly within the pore, and diffusion strongly influences the rate of the reaction. So here as diffusion is very high, so rate of the reaction is the controlling step. This is termed as the strong pore resistance. Obviously, the resistance of pore is very strong. Hence, for a first order reaction, we can write minus Ra is equal to Kca is equal to K. Instead of Ca, we can write Cas into N, because we have seen eta is equal to Ca by Cas for first order reaction. Ca by Cas is equal to eta. Again, ml is equal to L into root over k by d. So for no resistance to pore, eta is roughly equal to 1, because pore resistance is not present. So the rate of the reaction on the surface of the catalyst is equal to the rate of the reaction within the pore. So we can write rate of the reaction as minus Ra is equal to K into Cas. For strong pore resistance, eta is roughly equal to 1 by ml. This we have, it is noticed by doing several experiments. And then we have to write for strong pore resistance reactions, we have to write minus Ra is equal to K Cas into eta. Here instead of Cas, we have to write Cas into eta. That means K Cas by ml. Here it as for strong pore resistance, eta is roughly equal to 1 by ml. We can write it, and it is giving ultimately root over kd by L CAS. This is the expression for rate for the strong pore resistance. You see this picture here. This is the bulk, where the bulk concentration is CAB. When the concentration, when the reactant is coming on the surface of the external surface of the catalyst, for external resistance to mass transfer, the concentration drops down to CAS. Next drop of concentration is for the pore resistance. Hello, I was disconnected. So if you see this picture, you see the bulk concentration is CAB. It is decreasing when it is going to the external surface of the catalyst, and concentration is becoming CAS on the external surface. This drop is due to the external diffusional resistance, and after that, from the external surface of the catalyst, when the reactant tries to go inside the pore, the second stage of concentration drop, and at the end of the pore we consider the concentration is very low or almost nil, and we have considered that at the end of the pore there is almost no reaction, or there is no reaction because of the absence of any significant amount of reactant molecules. Any doubt? If you have any doubt, you ask me. Students, what I think that I am continuously teaching every day, and I'm uploading the notes, and I do not know whether you are studying those notes or not. It is it is not a physical class, so I cannot understand what is happening and how you are learning, whether you can understand what I am saying or not, because you don't ask any question. So look, you have to study, you have to learn the lessons, no? So what I thought, that you start studying from today itself, small amount every day, revise the notes, and I have counted that we have almost 5 or 6 classes before the Durga Puja vacation. We have some 1 week's time, 1 week's vacation in October probably, 1 week or 7, 8, 9 days. Before that, I'll take another test, and that test will be different. Not everyone will get the same question paper, and that I'll plan afterwards how I can conduct that test, and that will obviously become let me think on this, how I can arrange that test. So I request all of you to study properly, because these will come in work afterwards when you'll face the interviews. You can escape today, but you may not escape tomorrow. So you do it, and let me start another slide. Now, the last one we have discussed on the single cylindrical pellet. This one we are discussing on the spherical pellet as a whole, and pore diffusion in a spherical pellet, and how we can write the effectiveness factor for a spherical pellet. Okay. Usually, look, we use the spherical catalyst pellets in the reaction. We usually don't use a thin plate, and we have talked about the single cylindrical pore because of showing how we calculate the theliomodulus, how we represent the effectiveness factor for a single pore. Now we are coming to the spherical pellet. Let us take a spherical pellet or particle where a differential shell of thickness delta R is considered. Look at the picture. This is the spherical pellet of the catalyst particle, and we are taking a thin spherical section or shell within the sphere. It is a sphere within the sphere which is having the thickness delta R, and small r is the radius inside the sphere, inside this shell, and r plus delta r is the outside radius. And CAB is the bulk concentration, CAS is the concentration on the surface of the pellet, and CAR is the concentration at the middle of the sphere. And we consider pellet is assumed to be isothermal, reaction is happening inside, so pellet is assumed to be isothermal and has uniform properties. Porosity is also uniform. These are the assumptions. So mole balance, similar way, output minus input plus disappearance is equal to 0, no accumulation. Same way we can write, look, DE is the effective diffusivity. If you consider, if you can remember, effective diffusivity is the average diffusivity throughout a pellet, minus DE dCA dR at R is the output, minus 4, we are considering it is going from inside to outside. Reactant is going from inside to outside. This way, if we consider, output is minus 4 pi r square is the area, minus 4 pi r square dE dCA dr is the output, minus input, minus 4 pi r square dE dCA dr at r plus delta r at the end is equal to 4 pi r square into delta r is the total weight, into delta r into rho p. Rho p is the density of the spherical particle. So 4 pi r square into delta r is the volume, into rho p is the density. So it is giving the weight of the sphere, spherical particle, into K1 Ca. Here K1 we consider rate of the reaction with respect to unit mass of the catalyst, K1 into Ca. K1 is the rate constant with respect to the unit mass of the catalyst. this K kilomole per kg catalyst into hour. This is the unit. It is also assumed that effective diffusivity is independent of concentration. This we have to assume, otherwise we cannot solve it. Dividing both sides by 4 pi delta R dE, what we get? 1 by R square by delta R minus R square dCA dr at R plus R square dCA dr at R plus delta R is equal to rho P K1 Ca by dE. So this big equation is coming this way. Next is taking similarly limit delta R tends to 0, we are getting minus R 1 by R square d dr of R square dCA dr is equal to rho P K1 Ca by dE. And differentiating, we are getting 1 by R square 2R. So these are the two quantities R square and dCA dr. We have to take one at a time and do the differentiation. 2R dCA dr plus R square d2Ca dr2 is equal to rho P K1 Ca by dE. So it is coming as d2Ca dr2 plus 2 by R dCA dr minus rho P K1 Ca by dE is equal to 0. Look, I am just telling you the this numerics one continuously this equations. It is somewhat very not very good, like if you do it by your own step by step on the by pen and paper, it will be interesting to you. Otherwise, I am just reading the equations. It may not attract your attention, but if you have to sit with these notes, you have to do it by your own hand on paper, and then you can understand very easily. And don't pile up the notes for a long time. Then what will happen? It will become a big burden to you, and like tension will build up, pressure will build up. So just do it one by one in a small amount every day, so that you will be comfortable at the time of examination. The boundary conditions are at R is equal to 0, dCA dr is equal to 0. At the center, when R is equal to 0, at the center of the catalyst particle, there is no reaction. So dCA dr 0. And R is equal to capital R. Capital R is the surface, the radius of whole sphere. R is equal to capital R, Ca is equal to Cas, surface concentration. So the differential equation can be solved, and after integration, I did not go for a very long differentiation and integration derivation. I have given you the end equation. It is coming Ca by Cas is equal to C1 by R cos H root over rho P K1 by dE into R plus C2 by R sin H root over rho P K1 by dE into R, where C1 and C2 are integration constants. Look, if you want, I can give you this derivation from this equation, putting the boundary conditions, how I have got this equation. If you want, I'll give you. You can write me. I'll write in my hand, and I'll take the picture and write it, upload it. Where C1 and C2 are the integration constants whose values can be determined by putting the boundary conditions. If we put the boundary condition, we will get C1 is equal to 0 and C2 is equal to R by sin H root over rho P K1 by dE into R. These are the values of two integration constants. Now, putting those values, we are getting Ca by Cas is equal to capital R by small r. Capital R is the radius of the whole spherical catalyst. A small r is the radius of that thin shell which we have got. which we have considered, into sin h 3 phi s r by r by sin h 3 phi s. What is this phi s? Phi s is the Thiele modulus for spherical plate. What is that? Phi s is equal to r by 3 root over k1 rho p by dE. Here actually I have given you how we have got this phi s. Ca by Cas is equal to C2 by R sin h root over rho p k1 by dE into R, because C1 is 0. So we have put only the values of C2, and this way ultimately we got this. I am not proceeding anymore, because I think it is only not very easy to study at the very moment. I'll start this slide again next week, and my request to you, please study, ask me questions. You write me that how it is done, why it is that, all those, whatever question, any trivial question, anything you ask me on this study, and then I'll answer you, and I'll take your test. That I'll make the plan. Okay. Do you have any question right now? Any question? No question. Okay, then I'm leaving.